Have you ever heard this? If you have, listen.
I think we actually are hot now. So yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
go for
Are we
it.
hot?
I was gonna. I
dude,
saw that, so I was like,
it's so interesting how that even worked out.
We like to get a casual.
Yeah. I was just, I didn't know. Okay, I got the gig through Instagram. Yeah.
Dude, that's cool.
It's a wild DM.
Yeah, Ty Meyer's dad, he's a tour manager, and he searched drummer on Instagram, and Drummer of Tomorrow came up, and there you go. Checked out my stuff, and then he came out to a Tuesday to come meet, and we got to talking, and they were super cool. Kind of like it worked out pretty well because like I wasn't looking for a touring gig. I've been super comfortable and happy with what I've been doing, which is just like I have the media side of things that I do, and then I do like corporate wedding stuff. So it's like I have a good variety. Like I have a lot of things happening. So I was not looking for a road gig, and even then, like, you know, I couldn't, you know, I was kind of saying, like, I can't be gone for a month, I can't be gone for 2 months. And they're like, no, we only play 3 times a week. I'm like, what? You know, cool. A couple times, you know, the bus will be out for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and, you know, you can work something out of that. So
are they out on the like touring on the bus, and then you're meeting up with them?
It depends. Like right now, everyone's home right now.
Okay.
So and our next 3 dates are in Texas.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be.
Oh, nice.
Be
That's
that
good,
kind of
man.
thing. Yeah. And then we're off to. I think the bus is gonna be out for 3 weeks after because we're going to Indianapolis, all the way to Illinois. We're going everywhere.
Yeah.
And yeah,
so you're meeting
insane,
them.
dude.
You're not necessarily like you may. I guess you're on the bus for maybe like the time you meet up through the end of the week, but then you're flying back out and
Once the
then
gig's
hopping
done.
back on.
Yeah. And
That's-
I've noticed just like those efforts go a long way, especially because like, you know, I have the musician thing going on, but you know, I also have a family and so many other things going on. So it goes a long way. Those efforts go a long way. It makes my life easy, and it makes no one hate me at the house, which is dope. It's just, it's
That's
cool.
that's a
it
big
works
one,
out,
man.
It works out. I've been hit up before for some stuff, and it just didn't work out. Or I'd look over a schedule, I'd be like, I'm not doing that. I want to be home. I like to be close to home. So it's been cool. I didn't think my Instagram handle was gonna get me a gig like this, and it just so happens to be.
How did you come up with that, by the way? Drummer of Tomorrow.
That was a competition.
From the Matrix
yeah.
competition.
Was
right?
that wasn't the Guitar Center one, right? That was a different thing.
No,
I don't think
So
no.
we heard you did that one, the Guitar Center one.
I did
way
that one. Yeah,
back in the day.
I did that one with Charles. That's when I met Charles.
Yeah,
Charles
dude.
was like in 10th grade or something like that.
Bro, that's so.
That was
wild.
when we met. So like he met my parents. Like we've known each other for a good long while, man. Charles is dope.
Bro, yeah, he's great. But so the Drummer of Tomorrow thing was from a thing that was more recent.
Yeah. So
Or
in 2011, Mapex put together Drummer of Tomorrow. They partnered with like Zildjian, Vic Firth. They just did this thing. They're like, we're gonna do this competition where we get the winners of, you know, like I ended up representing the USA. So like it was probably, I don't know, 9 to 10 months to like get one person for the US, which was me. And then they got China, Japan. They got like all Australia, like everybody. Put us all together, flew us out to Germany, and then we played against each other. So I ended up winning that. It was a one-time. It was a one-time deal. Yeah, it was a one-time deal. They never did it like that again, and I won that. So I just kind of.
So you were the drummer of Tomorrow.
Yeah. So I just kind of. I was. My dad actually was my dad's. He was like, "You're gonna own that now." He was like, made me run with it. I'm like,
And how old were you in that? Because you look pretty young.
I was 19.
Damn.
Wait, 18, 19? I don't even know. Somewhere around there. Yeah.
Wait, so when did you pick up a pair of sticks?
2 years old. Yeah.
You're like Joel.
I started playing when I was 2. I was a church drummer from 4 to 16. And my dad was a pastor, and then that stopped. And I kind of stepped away from that. I did the band thing, then I stepped away from that. The competition.
Were you a band kid?
Yeah, up to 10th grade.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like, this sucks. Like.
So
I was so
you
used
were a
to-
drumline? Did you play? Were you on drumline?
Yes, I was in drumline. Back in like middle school, we had this like old this old instructor who was just super hard on us. So like we were really good. And when I got to high school, it was too lax, and I was like, "This thing sucks. Like this sucks. So I'm leaving. I don't care."
My middle
Yeah, if
school
you're not
teacher.
getting pushed.
And I mean, I was a
enough.
horrible kid too, so I was just breaking everything and just being a jerk on purpose. So it was just, maybe I got kicked out. I don't remember. I was not.
You're like, eh.
I was a straight F
I
student.
think it worked out for you, though. I would say.
Yeah, no. I think it has. Things have been good. Actually, I did not know I was gonna do any of this drumming or any of this stuff until I was like 17. I was about to drive over to graduate, and my dad's like, so what the hell are you gonna do? And I was like, well, I've been playing drums for a long time. Maybe I'll try that. And he's like, well, you better get really good because it's not looking good for you. And like, that was it. Like, after he said that, like, I don't know, a switch went off, and like, I started practicing, like, I don't know, anywhere from like 5 to 7, 8 hours a day. I didn't even go to like Christmas some years. I was like, I need to practice. I need to get better. And a lot of people would, ask me like, why do you practice so much? I'm like, I don't know, something's going to happen one day. So I just need to be ready. And that's kind of been like my whole journey has always just been like, be prepared. Something's going to happen. When it does, you're going to jump. It's kind of like even this gig, like I didn't know this was going to happen, but like the last 3 years, it's been on my heart. Like, save your money, invest your money, like keep running, have your shit together. Something's going to happen. Yeah. And like last year I felt it heavy. I was telling Suzanne, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to play with the next big thing out of Austin. I don't know. I just feel this thing. And she's just like, all right, dude. I'm just like, it was so heavy. I'm like, who's it going to be? I don't know. It's going to be somebody. And like, sure enough, everything's just been like, be ready for anything. Mm-hmm. And when the door opens, kick it open and let's go full force. So
they say luck is where preparation meets opportunity.
Yeah.
Right?
So my whole thing's just been about being prepared.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, that's really it.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
With that mentality of like saying yes to every opportunity, do you think that's helped you get to where you are today?
Not really, dude. My whole goal,
now you're not.
My whole goal has been to say no to everything. I was like, man, how can I because I went through like this dark period where I was saying yes to everything because I had to, and I was playing with so many people that I wasn't happy, and I was like, I hate this drumming thing. And when COVID happened, I was like, this is the perfect opportunity to get out of this shit. Like, I don't want to play drums anymore. And like my buddy Ashton somehow got me into like cameras and like all this stuff, and he kind of gave me like opened that door knowing I was going to be obsessed. Like, I just somehow got into the camera world, and then when everything reopened, like I started like shooting stuff and editing, and had this whole side thing going on, which I still have right now. So like even when I'm touring, I still have a whole media gig that I'm doing and like editing and doing all that. So my whole thing was like what COVID taught me basically was like have more skills, and I think it gave me that whole like I always think this way, but it's like if everything gets taken away from me, will I be okay? And for so many years, the way I look at it, I was just a drummer, and I don't know, I just felt lame. And like the whole COVID thing got me into like different skills, and now it's just a good balance of other things, because there's times where I just don't want to play drums and I can like dive into some other things, you know what I mean? It's not like
you have to have that, I feel like, because it's like if you go, you can't, I mean, it's like, I feel like everybody I know that's a pro, they have multiple different things.
Yeah.
You got to be able to wear many hats.
Yeah, they're not just doing one thing.
Yeah, no,
Right.
totally. So that's been cool. Like, yeah, now I can, like I said, I always think about the question, if everything will get taken away, will I be okay? The answer is yes. And that feels good. You know what I mean? So
when
right now in your head, what's taking more importance, the video media production side of things, or the music, the drumming?
There's a good balance of all of it. Yeah. So I don't think one is doing more than the other. I think right now there's like,
I would imagine there's probably more to learn for you on the video production side right now.
Yeah, no, totally. Right now,
drumming.
I have a editing gig. So like, I work with 2 corporate wedding bands, and like that's kind of one of my main gigs right now. So that's what I do whenever I'm on the road. I'm like editing reels and doing all that. And we have a shooter who takes care of a lot of the shooting when I'm gone, and kind of tags along with one of the bands. So I think we got a good system.
Yeah, dude, weddings pay, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do. I mean, I'm real selective. I don't shoot weddings, and when we do these, they're on the band side, so it's like music videos basically, like at weddings, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm very selective. I don't do a lot of weddings because it's a lot of work, and that's definitely time I don't want to give. Because I've done a couple, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to.
You signed up for, you're like,
yeah, they pay amazing though. But
the work is work.
Yeah. And so I'm definitely selective on that, because like I've met people who say yes to all the weddings, and then whenever we talk, or I want to get to know like what gear they have, and kind of like, hey, what's up? What do you do? They're usually a couple weddings behind, and I don't want to be that dude. You know what I mean? So you're just constantly like stressed and swamped on that. I'm like, I have this whole window right now where I'm not.
What is wedding season? March to October.
I don't know.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like there's got to be a wedding season, right?
But for wedding bands, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're definitely super busy. I don't know, like fall for sure. I think
Fall.
everything's gonna kick up. Things slow down during the summer, usually. So
It's too hot.
Yeah. I would
Yeah.
expect it to be that fall and maybe like early spring esque when just weather's just getting to that nice comfy point
For
where
sure.
people can be outside without being utterly miserable.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, whenever I'm not doing that, like I'm here, like
Being a family man, bro.
doing that and playing weddings and doing corporate events, and I stay busy for sure.
Yeah, dude, it's great, man. Like I just want to say like thank you for coming on, and also just like how does this compare? So like I wanted like to reverse this here for a sec.
Yeah, dude.
You said like 17, kind of the decision got made, right?
Yes, 17
Okay.
is when my dad told me that, and I was like, well, shoot, I got to get better.
That's when the gear shifted,
Yeah.
right? Like something shifted, and it went from this is fun thing I love to do to I'm turning this into like everything that I'm going for.
Yeah. So I wasn't
Selling out for it almost.
Yeah. So I wasn't, and I wasn't searching for a gig or searching for anything. I didn't even know how that worked
Yeah.
because I only played in church. But all I knew was I just had to be ready for whatever was going to come. And from 17 to about 19, when the competition, like that was it. You know, like I lived in California. I lived in California at the time. I'm born and raised there. And we moved to Kerrville, Texas. My dad wanted to get closer.
Shout
to
out to
his-
Kerrville, dude.
Yeah, dude. That's
Seriously, bro.
That's been insanely rough
Yeah.
to see. And you know, I have a lot of friends out there that I'm glad they're safe. But
Yeah.
it was unfortunate for a lot of other
Yeah.
families, which
Tough.
is terrible.
Tough.
We were out there though. My grandparents lived there, and my dad wanted to be closer to his fam. He's from Texas, so we went to Texas. And I've only had one job in my life, which is like being a server. So I was a server at Chili's for maybe like 9 or 10 months or something like that.
Nice.
But yeah, I was just practicing and getting ready for this door that was supposed to open. And people, like I said, people would be like, "What are you practicing for?" I'm like, "I don't know, just something's gonna happen." And sure enough, like every month I'd go to Hastings, which is this bookstore, and I would read the Modern Drummer magazine. And sure enough, one of those months I got to the last page, it said sign up for Drummer of Tomorrow, and I was like, "What is this?" Went online, checked it out. I was late to it, and there was a bunch of videos already up there.
Are there
And
any
I
videos
wasn't-
of it on like now up that we could pull up?
Anywhere?
Anywhere?
There might be somewhere. On
Could you search that? Drummer of Tomorrow. What year was that? 2011, you
It
said?
should be like one of
Yeah.
the oldest videos. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Around there.
Anyway, go
It's
ahead.
probably on YouTube though. But I'm trying. Let me see. No, that's all recent stuff. They're all recent.
I think the video of you winning, or at least getting announced as the winner, is on.
That's-
Yeah,
YouTube.
that's on. I
Yeah.
mean, it's all on there. You just
Did that
you have
happen
to
just
deep dive a
once,
bit.
or
yeah,
was that
that's it. They never
just
did
a
it
one
again.
thing? Okay.
Damn,
But
alright.
where I messed up was I saw I was late to the game, so I decided I wasn't gonna do it. But I messed up because I told my dad. So I told my dad about it. I got off work. He calls me and he's like, he already knew I was gonna go practice. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I'm gonna go practice. He's like, cool, I'm gonna meet you there. And I was like, why? He was like, well, we got to put your solo together for this drum thing. And I was like, I'm not going to do that. He's like, yes, you are. So showed up. I was like, I don't even have a solo. He's like, cool, I'll stay there and I'll wait till you put something together. So my dad would always critique all my solos. Like back, I'll get into that in a sec. But we put a solo together, and then my dad recorded it. He stood up on a speaker. We did this church that I used to practice at a lot. He stood up there, he recorded it from the top, and then I uploaded it, and like within a day or two, it was like the second most watched video. So then that happened, and I was like, okay, maybe something can happen. And out of all the videos that were up there, I mean, there's a ton. They picked 16, and I was one of the dudes that got picked.
Yeah.
From there, they flew us to Nashville to do like a studio thing, because now we're gonna make a studio video that they were gonna release for people to vote. And they wanted us to like come up with some arrangements and everything. And dude, I only play drums. I didn't know any arrangers. You know what I mean? I didn't know anybody. So they were like, well, and if you can't, here's some stock music. I'm going over the stock music. I'm like, oh, this is lame, dude. This is so bad. So I emailed them and I was like, hey, is there any way I could do a drum solo before I play the song? And worst they could say is no. But I knew if I did a solo, I'd keep everyone locked in to play this boring song.
That'd be your moment to shine.
Yeah, exactly. It's to
Yeah.
shine for 2 minutes. I'm like, it'll be 2 minutes long. I'll go straight into the song. And they said, yeah. So I was like, okay, cool. Now I know I have a chance. So sure enough, I put the 2-minute solo together. It was like a whole process. I would spend like a couple days putting ideas together. Then I'd start piecing together the solo. And then I would get the approval from my dad. He would critique it.
Is your dad a drummer?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, he would
I was
critique-
like, that makes more sense
He
now.
would critique it and be like, that part's boring. That
You're like, no,
sucks. Do
no,
something
no,
here.
no.
Do something there. And he would just completely. So then I'm like, all right, cool. So then he would help me piece it. Then I'd work it out again. And then he'd come back. He'd drive over to the spot. He'd check it out. He's like, that's better. And then after that, he would have me time it. It had to be like to the second. You know what I mean? Like, because I told him it was gonna be 2 minutes. So it was like, it has to be a 2-minute thing. So then I do that, go through that whole process. And basically, whenever I was practicing, like, I was only playing that solo. I was only allowed to. He's like, you're only allowed to play that solo. You can't play. So like, I'd be like, dude, I hate this solo. I want to play some. He's like, who cares? It's boring to you, but to the other people, they've never seen this before.
Yeah.
So it needs to be perfect. And when you're there, things are gonna fall apart. It's not gonna go your way. You're gonna be in your head, but you've practiced it so much that you're gonna nail it. So I'm like, all right. So sure enough, I show up to the studio. And they're like, well, tell us when to play the song. I'm like, no, as soon as you hear the first note, at 2 minutes, play the song, I'll be in. And sure enough, it was that. Like, went in. I was the only dude that day that did my whole take, first try. Like, did the solo, right into the song. I was like, I'm done. And they're just like, well, you know, we have like a whole hour in here to. I'm like, no, I'm done. Like, they're not going to do better. Like, this is the take. So, yeah, they did that. They released all the videos, all the other dudes too, me and 15 others. And they picked 4 people out of that. They picked wait, 16. They picked 8 people, and they divided us into 4-4. We went to two drum festivals, and we played in front of like a bunch of judges, so like Don Famulero, like Chris Coleman, like we just whatever dudes are killing it really. So we went to this drum festival, did the same thing, and they picked 2 people, put us together. Now we played at the NAMM show. Mapex hosted this like crazy NAMM party, and then that last round, we had to play with a live band. They put some like insane players together, and the whole part of the competition too was like we never played with the band before, so they had the whole list of songs and all this stuff. And for that one, I did my research. My dad was always very like big about stuff, like do your research on everything, especially when you're competing. Like even with Charles, like dude, and he probably doesn't even know this, but drummer of tomorrow, not drummer of tomorrow, Guitar Center. Like I saw who was on that list and who I was going to compete against. I started watching all their videos, so I knew how they played. Right, and then you take yourself out. So what was I getting to?
That's smart.
Yeah, dude. So then, we played with a live band, and I did my research on that band, and I saw they did this Latin version of "Don't Stop Till You Get Enough." So I requested that they did that, and they were totally down for it. So I knew my song was going to stand out. It was the whole Latin thing. I'm a freaking Mexican. Like, come on, dude. You know. So it's gonna work. It's gonna do well. So we did that, and then I ended up winning that night. And then that's like, yo, this has been going on actually everywhere, like in all the other countries. Yeah. So like now you have 2 months to prepare to do this in front of. Yeah, it was a long process.
Yeah,
but like,
sounds like it.
It happened after that. You know, I got some schooling. I got a free ride to like MI. Like Mapex sent me out there and all that, and during that time, I was going through my whole transition of moving to Austin. So I kind of put it on hold, but I had a gig on hold. And when I was out there, I took a lesson with, I wish I remembered this teacher's name, but we got to talking, and he basically, you know, kind of stopped me in my tracks. He's like, are you telling me you can make money right now in Austin? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, get back over there, throw yourself on stage, start learning now. And I was like, wait, are you being serious? He's like, yeah, you don't need to be here. He's like, and I had sent him all my competition videos just so he could like critique or whatever. He was like, dude, you could play. Just throw yourself. He's like, if you can make money, you should just. So I left. I got a ticket and I just like left and threw myself here. Yeah. That's kind of been like the whole thing, because I was about 20 when I moved here.
And how old are you now?
33.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been here for a while. So yeah, and I like played the whole 6th Street circuit. I was down there for a long time.
Some dues to be paid.
Yeah, I think I stayed there a little too long. I got sidetracked. I got into this like crazy party phase. And I fell down this like crazy dark hole. And
bro,
I mean, dude, my AR at Mapex was also like would call me, hey, I'm worried about you. Are you okay? What happened? Like, I kind of just fell off the deep end for a good 6 years. Dude. I just didn't care. I was like, I love to party. I'm gonna do this. This is fun, and it it got bad. So
you see that a lot with performers, just sort of staying at the party too long because it's a very like welcoming environment for that.
Dude, and like growing up, you know, I grew up in church. All this stuff was the devil. You know what I mean? I've always been a rebel. So like when I finally got out of the house and I was doing my own thing, like I really dove in pretty deep. I mean, like. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah,
I had so much fun.
You've been sober now for 8 years. 8 years?
Nah,
6 years?
It's 6.
6
I'm
years.
not like. I'm always weird about the sober thing, like the word sober, because like I feel like a lot of people like really
identify with it.
Yeah, and I just
or it becomes an identity.
Yeah, and
It's a lot of different types of sober.
and I just don't. A lot of people that are sober, and I end up talking to, not all of them, but like. A lot of them are weird to me, man. It's just like everything is about talking about sober, talking about how bad alcohol is. And it's like, dude, I don't care. There's so many other things happening right now. So I usually stick to lifestyle change. Just like I used to live this way. It was doing damage. I live this way now. It doesn't. Just because I just don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
What ages was that? Would you say that period that you were in that like that hole?
21, like 21 till. 21, I dabble in it. It got really bad, like, 22 till about, I think, 28.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
28, 27? I don't even know. I mean, I got lucky, though, man. I never got a DUI. I got away with everything I
Same.
ever did. And anytime I was, anytime I was supposed to get in trouble. I mean, dude, I've had so many open container tickets. I don't know how I've talked myself out of like, I wasn't drinking this cold beer when I'm driving. You know what I mean? Like, I have no idea how I got away with all that.
Yeah.
And, also this one night I knew I was supposed to get locked up. I got stopped and shit you not. The dude was like, "Aren't you the drummer tomorrow?" And let me go.
Bro.
Oh God, dude. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. I got
all this practicing was to get me out of a DUI one day.
I was supposed to get locked up.
Dude, that's fucking wild.
Everything
hilarious.
I got away with, like, I had 1 year I crashed like three cars, maybe 4. One of them ending in like 5 flip. Like everything I got away with, and people tell me, was it that crash that that made you change? And I just woke up one day and I was like, I think I'm gonna die today. I think today's the day, and I just had to make that choice. I'm like, am I gonna do it? Or am I gonna not? And it was a really bad gut feeling, and I chose to make that change and went cold turkey and completely lost my shit because withdrawals were really bad. I was sweating like crazy, losing my mind for about 2 weeks, and paranoid, and it was rough. It was rough. But I got through that, and I was like, I don't want to go through that again. Bro. And then what I've learned, because there was many times where like I could say I quit, like I'm gonna quit alcohol, I'm gonna quit doing this, and every time I did it I meant it. But I feel like most times when people quit, they do mean it, but it's all the stuff they do after. It's how you live after. And I'm happy that I was able to make these changes right before COVID.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So I made it before COVID, and I was also like 215 pounds. Like there's been a lot of changes in there, and I stumbled on running, and I do think if I didn't find running, or if I didn't really dive in to make these changes, I would have fallen back. I think running's been a big part of why I've stayed on track too, which is weird though, because COVID happens. I was going to the gym, trying to like make these positive changes, whatever they were. I was like, well, you got to start with fitness, I guess. So I was doing that, and gym shut down. And I remember, my ex-girlfriend was like, you should just go to the park. We should go work out at the park or something. I'm like, that sounds lame. She ended up dragging me out, and I was like, I don't know what to do. She's like, why don't you go for a run? And I was like, maybe I should. I was like, screw this. I'm going to run 2 miles. And I went for a 2-mile run. I couldn't even run 1. And that day, I decided I'm a runner. And that was it. Like, that was it. Since that day, I'm 8,200 miles in.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no,
tracking that.
Damn,
I put in lots of hours in pain doing this. But, the goal is to... I guess run 9,900 and then do the last 100 in a go. I mean, I don't know. I'm coming up with like, I always come up with different challenges. Like last summer, I only ran 10 miles, and like, yeah, I always come up with stuff every.
Do you think
I'm always challenging myself. Yeah.
Do you think having those goals set keeps you consistent with it, or is it more like an identity thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
I am a runner.
What was weird was once I got, you know, that day I decided like I'm gonna get better at this, you know, and then I started practicing, you know, like that gets you better. And once I got you know my heart in shape, and I was kind of like able to breathe and run, and I started to get like, I guess, the runner's high, but I started, you know, passing 6 miles, passing 7, passing 8, you know, 13, 15. I started getting to this like other, what started off as working out was now this like, it's like I would go on this run and I'd come back slightly different. You know, I had more clarity.
Almost like a meditation.
It was wild, dude.
Yeah.
So like running has made my life so much better. It's gotten me out of debt because I'm constantly thinking. It's, you know, it's helped me save. It's gotten me into investing. It's like, I don't know, you know what I mean? I just like, you're out there, it sucks, you're in pain, you have to think of anything, and you find yourself in these like loopholes and wormholes, and why do I suck? You know, what can I do better? Why am I in this debt? How can I get out of it? And the constant thinking is just like, you know what I mean? It's gotten me out of things, and it's been cool. And sometimes, you know, I'll say something and maybe it came off a certain way, and I go for a run and come back, I'm like, man, hey, let me fix that. Like that, I could see how that could have came off that. It's just made me a better person.
Yeah.
And, you know, one of my an old buddy was like, you know, he was telling me what, you know, he wanted to make some changes, and he's like, so you're telling me if I run and make my bed, like my life will get better? I'm like, yeah, totally, 100%, dude. If you run long enough,
bro,
you'll reach this like this thing. But I don't recommend it to people. Like anyone who ever like hits me up for, you know, their lifestyle changes or whatever, just want some advice, I just recommend Atomic Habits, and that's it. Like I don't take on anyone's stuff. Like everyone's on their own journey. Everyone lives a certain way. You know what I mean? Like I'm not here to judge. Like y'all do your thing, but I can't take it on. I got all my stuff going on. So
bro, I just saw a Reddit thread about making your bed, and people were like debating about it. And I'm like, like it doesn't matter or whatever, blah blah. And I'm like, I could like if you don't make it whatever, but to me it's like a tone setter, I think.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah.
It's not
like
the actual act of doing it; it's the habit of doing it.
Yeah.
Well, it's like it's not that it's like. Because it's like, oh, it's your people are like, well, it's actually better to keep your bed unmade because then it lets the air dry the sheets and your sweat, and it doesn't. It's like, bro,
just stop being lazy.
It's just setting the tone, man. Like, you know, back when I was new to all this stuff, like I had this checklist of things, and it was kind of like, you know, like things I knew I was already gonna do, like brush your teeth and make your bed. You know what I mean? But it's like, but then you look at it, you're like, oh, I'm already winning today, and then you just start adding the more challenging things, and there you go. You know what I mean? You compound that, and now
small wins.
Yeah,
small
it's
wins.
all about the small wins and just trying to be better.
And I'm interested too about something you said earlier about that first run you went on.
Yeah.
Where after a while you just sort of had that thing in your mind where you're like, I'm a runner now.
Yeah,
like,
it
was a shift in identity.
Maybe it's like just I get addicted to things also very, very quickly. So like I've noticed with me, like there's these switches that go off. Like it usually happens through frustration or just something. Like you keep hitting this wall, and you're just like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna do this now. I'm this, and you just commit your life to it. Also, though, another one, you know, being that I've been, you know, running for 6 years, past the 8,000 mark, like I wanna learn a little bit about myself, and I want to know what it's like when I sign up for like a 100-mile run, and I'm like at mile like 50, 70, 80, and I want to quit, and I'm in so much pain, and I'm like in that moment where I'm just like, what you've been training for like, you know what I mean, 6-7 years. You're gonna give up. You showed up for all those years. You put in all this time. Like, what are you gonna do?
Somewhere you hear David Goggins in your head. Stay hard.
Yeah, I want to see what I do. You know what I mean? Like, would I quit? Would I not? Like, what I want to, you know, I want to train so hard for something that I might not be able to do, and see if I can actually do it. So,
in those moments, surprising yourself.
Yeah, and
100 miles in one run.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Yeah, I think anything over the 26.
I was gonna ask you if you've done a marathon. I'm like, clearly you've done a marathon. Obviously,
I've done 4. on a track, 105 laps. Yeah.
Okay.
So when I took on running, I wanted to make sure it was like a real thing. So I ran 2,000 miles on a track first, and then I was all right. This is real.
Dude,
how
were
long
you
was
were you
that?
one of these? Did you track your practice time too? Like on the when you were like from the 17 mark on, whenever you were drumming practicing, you said you were like, I'm going to the zone and practicing like 5-8 hours a day.
I
were
mean,
you tracking your time?
I'd be like, I'm going in at this time. I'm going to leave at
yeah.
that time.
So you're like adding it, and you're like, okay, I put in
And then,
this many hours this week.
It makes it easy because like with the running, I have that Strava app, so like it tracks my pace,
Sure.
it tracks like all that stuff. So it does the work for me there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just that's kind of pandemic is how I got into the whole running,
Bro.
the whole running thing. Yeah, and I do. Today was chill. I'm chilling right now. Like I did 5 miles today. We'll see how my body holds up. Like when I'm not touring, I'm usually doing anywhere from like 40 to 50 miles a week. If I'm feeling like ultra good, like I'll go for a 70, which is just 10 miles a day every day. And then when I am touring, I get my miles in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I usually like to sit at about 20 to 30. And then when I'm out there, I have my running shoes on me, so just show up and do something, even if it's 1 mile, 2. Like sometimes I could throw in a 5. Like it just depends, but I have no expectations. Like the goal is to hit the goal before I leave, and then anything goes. You know?
Are you doing most of this running just like go to tracks, like school
Dude,
tracks?
like outdoor.
I
mainly?
run in a square. Yeah. I do all my run. Like I don't do scenery. I just like
yeah.
I run in a circle.
You're like, I'm not Forrest Gumping it.
I run around a block. Like today I did 5 miles around a square block. Like that's just what I do. So
Yeah.
If there was a case where you had to go into a gym and use, elliptical, like
not
treadmills
elliptical,
or
but
anything-
I'll do a treadmill. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do anywhere like the longest run I've done on treadmill is 11 miles. So yeah, if I got to do it, I will. But the only way I'm not like I'm running outside no matter what, rain or whatever.
What's your pace on a 10-mile run?
A good pace is 6:58.
Dude, that's fucking.
Yeah, and then like just like casual but nice and just like going is like 7:50. You know what I mean? Like
okay.
8:20 should just be chill. 8:20 to 8:30.
I was gonna say when I was running more regularly, which I haven't in recent times, but it was like around. I think it was like right around 8.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, a little, maybe a little under 8.
That's great, dude.
was
Like I do a lot of slow running though.
Yeah.
You know, so like a lot of these runs I'm doing 9-minute paces. Like I'm chilling, you know.
Yeah.
And then when it feels good, your body will tell you. Then I'm like, let's do this. You know what I mean? Or
It's kinda like warming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me time my miles. See where it's at. The last mile I did was 5:25. So that was like
Okay.
just hauling just to see where I'm at, and then I'll do that maybe in a year from now. Just
Yeah.
see if there's any improvements.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of like run slow, then you'll get faster, kind of thing.
Dude, I had no idea you were such an avid runner, bro.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty hardcore.
That's.
I'm not very good at doing math. So real quick though, how many hours out of your day is that?
Well, it really depends on like today was a 5-mile run, so that only took up 37, 40 minutes. You know what I mean? But on the longer days, it just depends on how my body holds up. Like if I'm feeling great, I can run 15 miles in 2 hours flat. You know, it's like then there you go. There's 2 hours out of my day. If I'm not, then that 15 miles is going to be 2 hours and 45 minutes. It just really depends on like what my body's telling me.
Yeah.
And I'll just listen, you know?
And is that something you have to do every day, or are there days where you can skip it and feel all right, or is it like?
What do you mean skip and feel like not run?
Yeah, not run a day. Like let's say something comes up, it doesn't mess with you mentally.
No, it used to though, but it doesn't anymore. So usually what I do, it's all big picture. So it's like as long as I know like if it's a low mileage week and I know like all right, I'm shooting for 20, it doesn't matter what happens. Just like by the end of that week, you better have 20 fucking miles. You know what I mean? It's just like. Cool, something happened. I wasn't able to run today. That's fine.
Yeah.
But like we're gonna
Make it up tomorrow.
We're gonna figure it out and do the math to make sure I'm there.
Having
you know
those
what I mean?
goals set.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if that means sometimes I've had to go on 2 runs where I hit one in the morning, hit one at night. So whatever it takes, we got to get there.
That's accountability right there.
Yeah. And then another one was like whenever I would
That's
do
how you become the drummer of tomorrow.
the last time I did a 70-mile week, what I did was I did 15 mile. I started Monday 15 miles, Tuesday 15 miles. Just so I could be a little ahead, and then I can like piece everything else together. So
Take a little bit of like relaxation
Yeah,
day.
dude.
I'm only doing 3 miles
I-
today.
Done for
and
the
I ended
week.
up doing like
5.
I ended up going on like
5's a slow day for you, asshole. Dude, that's fucking insane, bro.
I got
That's a
into
lot,
this
Ryan.
whole thing, and I just like I don't know. I really enjoy the pain, and like just like today, like I always put together these challenges. Maybe they're good, maybe they're bad. I don't really know. Like today, for example, like ran 5 miles. I've been fasting all day. I'm dying of hunger. I have a sandwich on me, like in bed. But I was like, if I can run these 5 miles, be fasted all day, and still like play my ass off at Saxon and do this podcast, that's a win. You know what I mean? Like, in the fact that like other people ate and didn't run and killed it. I don't know. It's like that's cool, but like I did all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And it just you know what I mean? It just does it.
It's a personal satisfaction.
Yeah.
Like, I did this.
Yeah, or like
accomplishment.
Or like, I got through this whole thing, but I ran 15 miles before, and like you don't know that, but I did do that. And then there's, you know what I mean? Just like there's this thing, and it's just like,
yeah. Is your dad still around?
yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does would you say you hear him in your head like as like because the way you mentioned with him and drumming, I'm like your mentality, and it's good, and it's
Yeah.
why you're so great, is you're very tough on yourself, and you're very like do you think that's your dad's influence coming in?
I definitely don't hear his voice or anything. I think a lot of it though was like I felt like I had to prove to my parents like this is actually what I want to do. And like, growing up I was always a rebel. I always got into trouble. I didn't like authority, so in school I was just like straight D's and F's. I didn't care. And I remember my dad said something like, "Can you even get good grades?" So all of 11th grade, I gave him straight A's. I gave him the last report card. I'm like, I'm never doing that again. And like, that was it. You know what I mean? It's like 12th grade. I was like, what? Okay. Like I went into the counselor's office. I'm like, what do I need to graduate? Like, I'm not going to do all this stuff. Like, well, you need this, but you also have to get the elective. I'm like, if I don't get the elective, will I still graduate? They're like, well, but you do have to do it. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it. Like, tell me what I have to do. So my whole 12th grade year was just 2 classes. I'm like, cool. I just have to do that, and I'll graduate. Like, get me out of here. I don't want this.
Yeah.
So,
dude. I'm like
I'm totally against, I guess, school. I don't know.
No, dude. It's bro. It's
like-
interesting to me because you're like, it's like you're like, oh, I can do this if I wanted to, but I'm just like, I'm gonna that. But it's also about, okay, whenever you do the things you do, like you have to, go into it, and you clearly have. It's like, because it's not easy to be a professional drummer, but it's like you didn't. Which we haven't, like, I'm actually happy that we haven't really talked about drumming too much this episode, which is kind of crazy.
I'm okay with that.
Because you're probably,
I'm totally
no,
okay
but
with
like
not
you're
talking about drums.
I'm not kidding, bro. You're probably, I mean, because whenever I ask any other drummers around town, like, because I'm always like, who's around, who's your dudes? Your name is all. There's never anybody that doesn't say your name.
Well,
that's like
thank you everyone for saying.
Yeah,
my
we've
but
heard
it's
your
like-
name a lot on this cast.
We really do.
Yeah.
But it's like, but it's interesting because being that you could claim that maybe that status, at least we could say that. The fact that like everybody else, we've all talked about just like drumming mostly, and you're like, you know what, drumming's fucking, it's great, but I run and I do all.
Drumming's cool and everything. I remember my A&R Joe Hibbs at Mapex. He passed away years ago. He'd call me, just catch up, and he would tell me, "When's the last time you visited your parents?" And I was like, "Dude, I'm gigging. I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to do this thing." And he's like, "Can't cancel a gig and go see your parents." And I'm like, "Dude," but I'm like, he's like, "Life is more about. It's not about drumming. Like it's not only about that." I didn't get it then, so
It sounds like you had some really solid mentors in your life.
I really have. And he definitely played a huge role in my life with all that. Go visit your parents. When's the last time you called your dad? Call him. When's the last time you want to go see your brother and sister? Like, he just always did that. I'm like, dude, why are you saying this? You know what I mean? And it's like, it makes sense now. And
he's reminding you of the bigger picture.
Yeah. And it's really about that. And what I've noticed too is like the more I'm like taking care of myself, my life, my personal life, and everything, all my people, like my family and all that, like everything else falls in place. It's going to show in your music, There's seasons where I'm able to practice way more, and that's great. And there's seasons where I don't, and that's great too. But it's like everything I do is for like 40-year-old me, 45-year-old me. I'm not doing anything for right now. Like all the running I'm doing is going to be for like later me. Like these are all the seeds you're planting now. You're going to reap all the benefits later. So I've been living that way, and like I've been seeing that. I've been reaping little benefits here and there from like, saving, investing, and doing all these things years ago that now I'm like, whoa, if everything does get taken away, it's okay. And everything that's happening right now can be. And that's okay too. You know what I mean? So it's like, I always remind myself that like everything I have can always be taken away. So I just like before I play, I always need like my quiet time and just be like, hey, thank you, you know, universe, God, whoever, like thank you for even letting me like do this and like be here and like
attitude of
like,
gratitude, brother.
Yeah, dude, because it's like I know how I got here, but it still amazes me that like I've been able to like to live the life that I do live right now, and just this, you know, this year it's been insane, dude. Like even this whole touring thing, like
Yeah, you should pull up a video of something from his current. What's the name of the band again?
his name's Ty Myers.
The one who you've been playing with.
The one I've been playing with right now.
Who found you on Instagram?
Dude, he's like,
Ty
Music
Myers.
Row put him on the top.
Oh, this
he's
dude's fucking
top 15,
beautiful. Look at this guy, bro.
Just turned 18. The whole entire tour is sold out, dude. We have no dates that are not sold out.
That's crazy.
And it's insane.
Are there any live videos on YouTube? I'm assuming probably, right? Or on your
Scroll
pull
down,
up
maybe that's.
your Instagram. Can you pull up Instagram?
Oh yeah, actually maybe
go to
the Instagram, yeah.
Drummer of Tomorrow.
Ignore this real quick.
There we go. That's this episode, by the way. This is the Drummer of Tomorrow episode, which of course is fucking cliche as fuck.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's been freaking mind blowing. Like this tour has been ridiculous.
what am I
I
searching
can't
real
even
quick?
process.
Drummer of
like,
Tomorrow
I can't
is
even-
his handle.
Whenever I look out, I can't process what I'm seeing. It's just like
Like how big are these shows y'all are playing? They look like they're like
they're insane,
like
dude.
3,000 to
And they're only getting
5,000
bigger. So
seat
click on that
venues.
one. So this
yeah,
was
see, those are like
ATL.
theaters. I mean, yeah, dude. Those
Everything's sold out. Like singing every word to like every song. It's just like
my man's got the clap stack.
I know.
Dude, okay, so is it true? Did James Adkins bring the clap stack to Austin? Because there
He
has
had to have. I mean, it came.
We are establishing this.
It came to
this
my
is newfound lore.
It came to my awareness through him and Adam Jackson.
okay.
So like,
fuck my man's.
yeah. So
my
like,
man's the
so
animal.
if I remember correctly, like they were playing. I'm like, dude, I want one of those,
Bro,
Like, yeah,
right?
Yeah. I mean,
As a drummer,
So yes, did I copy them? 100%.
It's like, that's cool. I want one.
Yeah.
I heard it here.
I want one.
Dude,
Oh,
no,
that's right.
pretty
Because
great.
I told James, I was like, which one should I get? The Mino one or what? And he was just like, no, Istanbul, dude. They did it first. And I was like, all right, so that's the one I got. I went and I got it.
Dude, there's
It was
cats out here too,
expensive,
like
but-
making their own. They're just taking like some
Yeah.
of their old stat. You know, some
Oh,
old-
yeah,
Dude, the
they're crack
Istanbul one
cymbals,
is
yeah.
dope, but that one's my favorite. So that's what I've been playing out here.
Dude.
And then I'm with Bosphorus.
I
I've been
love
making a
that
bunch of
one. That
stuff, and
shot right there from behind. That is, dude. That is
that
so.
was that was South Carolina.
That's such a fun.
yeah,
fucking-
dude. It's crazy. I don't know. And next year, like I can't talk about what's going on next year, but it's mind blowing.
It's
like,
big stuff.
Completely mind blowing.
Big stuff. Because he's on the come up. Like he's hot on the come up.
Yeah, hot, dude. I'm talking
Yeah.
like lines at 8 a.m.
Like
at
you
the
might
shows,
be,
dude. It's
you might be
insane.
back here playing in, a possible arena situation down the line here, dude. Like I'm like, dude, seriously, bro. To
Like
me,
I
that's,
said, next year is like
that's
mind blowing. I already know where I'm playing next year. It's mind blowing. That's all I'm
fucking
gonna say.
shit, man.
So-
That's fucking great, bro,
Yeah.
dude.
All because of my Instagram handle. So
Well,
very crazy.
No.
Well,
no,
okay.
all because you decided I'm gonna do this, and you sacrificed. You missed social events. You
Oh, yeah,
put
dude, I've been
in-
missing lots of things.
You put in
I miss
well.
everything.
You've probably put in 10,000 hours like 10 times over
Yeah.
at this point. It's like
I've also been treating my Instagram as a business card for like forever. It's just been like, this is what I'm up to. This is what I'm doing. So that did help that like, they went on there and they saw like, oh, this dude could play.
Mm-hmm.
We should go check him out live. So I know that played a role because I've been treating it that way. And
Yeah.
I tell people just post. You never know who's gonna stumble on your stuff.
That's where we're
dude.
dropping these clips, dude. Like it's
Yeah.
like, but yeah, dude,
Just
absolutely,
post. Yeah.
dude. By the
Yes.
way, go to our Instagram. I do want to brag. You were on. We saw you in our comment section for Joel's take on Cody Kai Cast. Yeah, our actual Instagram. But also, look who else showed up in the comment sections. Yeah, that one,
There, yeah.
dude. Scroll down,
that's-
bro. What? Let's keep going. Oh wait, right
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
Thomas Pridgeon, baby.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I saw that. I was like, what the fuck?
We got the Pridgeon.
It's
Yeah.
Pridgeon Day, dude.
The Pridgeon is
Everybody's
landed.
hating on the AI too, by the way.
I
Assholes.
saw that.
No, but play this take because I actually wanted to play this
I
during
love when
this
old
so
heads
we could
talk about pocket and how they stain it and they don't chop. But it's also like, yeah, dog, you can't chop if you try. So it's not like you're staying in the pocket because you have restraint. It's like that's all you can fucking do.
That's the only lane you know how to drive.
Exactly.
That's
So
your limit. Yeah.
exactly. Like if like James or Charles or Mike or someone or any of my homies that are killing had that old head mentality, I still wouldn't agree, but I could at least respect it more because I would know like y'all can chop the fuck out and you are using restraint. But if you can't even chop and you can only play pocket, I'm not going to respect your opinion that I should only play pocket because it's like, well, duh, you can't chop.
Bro, that stirred like
Oh, it
stirred the
stirred a
pot.
lot. Yeah, I bet it did.
I'm like
I bet it
I love
did.
Joel Turcotte,
Yeah.
dude. He's so fucking talented.
Man, I mean, I can kind of relate. When I moved to town, I was, I was fresh off a competition, so I was playing a lot. I was definitely overplaying a ton, and it was interesting. A lot of people didn't like my playing. A lot of people told me stuff, and it's just basically like, I don't like your playing, and like you're overplaying, you're not playing what, and like I don't think it really. I just think through time, like I don't know, because like I used to play with this guy named JT Coldfire. He passed away, and he was phenomenal blues guitarist and singer. And back in the day, that's like when I was shuffling, like doing the triplet, rather than just like a right. And he would never tell me anything, and people were like, I don't know why you're playing with JT, like you can't even shuffle. And I remember talking to JT, and I was just like, dude, can you like you grew up in the blues, like why are you not critiquing me? Like what can I do better, like to like make this feel better, like what? And he was like, hey man, if you couldn't play, you wouldn't be playing with me, so just do your thing. And like somehow through time, like I just learned how to respect it, and like I dove into it, and now it's like, I mean, I can't not respect the shuffle. It's just me, Whenever I hear someone overplaying on one, it's just not, it doesn't sound right. You know what I mean? And that just took a lot of time. And
so you would say you were overplaying on it, is what? Okay. And then you reined it in.
I showed up to town overplaying a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in your eyes, Restraint as a drummer has been a tool for you that you have found to have utility.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah. And it's like now I get to, I can confidently say I play with all my favorite guitar players. You know what I mean? They hire me, and they like to have me on their gigs, and I know when to change my settings, and it's hard to do the whole like chops or pocket or like, like man, it's all, everyone's their own person, everyone does their own thing. I know what works for me. I and a lot of times it's not Restraint for me. Like if I'm playing with my buddy Dave Scher and we're playing a Texas shuffle or a slow blues or whatever, it doesn't feel like there's Restraint at all. Yeah. It's just like even if I wanted, I'm like at a point where like even if I wanted to overplay it, just like it feels so wrong to me. Like depending on what the decision's made, right? Like, to make that decision, it's like I can't even do it.
The whole song can't be a solo,
and but yeah, I mean I guess.
And I'm saying that just like as anybody doing it, it's like there's times for you to like really show what, give the audience a little taste of what you're doing. And then there's times to sit back and let it just be in the place where where it works best.
And there's people for that too. So it's like, I love to play everything. And my dad would always tell me, because I'm like, I don't like this or I don't like that. He's like, well, we better find something to like about it, because you might need that gig to get the thing you actually want to play. Or you might need to meet that person at that gig that's playing that music you might not like to get to the next step. So he's like, you better find something to like about everything. And I think that really stuck to me too, But yeah, I showed up with, I was overplaying. I didn't have a lot of awareness, and I feel like, just through reps and showing up through town and talking to people, you know what I mean? It's like, obviously I have that, that band with Matt Muehling and Christina. We get to like dive into crazy.
What is the name of that band?
Open 2.0.
Is that who's playing at Saxon?
No, that was David Grissom.
At
Saxon. A freaking legend, a guitar legend.
Okay.
Dude's, I mean, look him up.
There's so many of these there's so many killers and legends around
so
these
it's
parts
just
too.
like the fact that I'm the guy and I get called for those things, like that wouldn't have happened years ago without the awareness. And I don't know, it's just like you keep talking to people and picking people's brains. And my whole thing was like, well, there's things that people don't like, I'm just gonna do better. You know, I don't. You know what I mean? It's just like through time, and like I said, like right now, it's like I don't feel like I'm restraining from anything. It's just like I feel like this is what I should be playing. Yeah. Right now, you know.
Well, and you're certainly not restrained all the like. Of
course
you're
not.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, because it's like
tonight I played a lot of notes, and you know, and after the show, David's like, "You sounded great."
Yeah.
And I was like, I mean, I had some moments in there where I was going for it or doing things, but that's what felt right, you know. And sometimes you make a decision, you're like, that was dumb. I'm not gonna do that again. And you know what I mean. But I don't know. Everyone's in their own thing. My whole thing's just like I want to be a chameleon. I want to be able to play everything, and I want to be good at that. And I want to be known for that. I want to play every style. I want to.
Yeah.
You know,
well, and I
all
think
known.
that like the differing opinions to me, like because I'm not even going to necessarily say that like that Joel's take, like I 100% agree with him.
I get what he's saying though. Too. I mean, I especially with the whole old heads thing and like all that stuff, and it. You know,
Joel also hasn't listened to a song produced before like 1990 or the year 2000.
It does suck when someone, you know, an old head or someone's talking like that, and like, you know, they're more of a meat and potato dude, but their meat and potatoes suck. You know what I mean? Like they don't even have good timing, and like their feel's horrible. So I can get that, and you're just being a hater, but like, I don't know, like even you know you think of like a Keith Carlock goes hard, but like a Steve Jordan, whatever. It's like. That like the way they're holding it down is its own thing, you know. Everyone has their own way of expressing themselves, and you know the guys that do it very well, like that's how they do it, you know. But I can definitely understand the frustration. I've a lot of people, not a lot, but some people have talked shit that I was like, man, like you're not even a good player, you know what I mean? Like I think you were terrible. Your feels completely shit. But you know that's them, you know? Yeah. I'm not around that. I'm not around any of that stuff. You know, like I don't hear anything. I'm not around any negative people or people that are talking. And if they are, like, good. I don't. You know what I mean? Like I know what I'm doing, and I know what I'm up to. So.
Anyone that's talking shit, especially like about you or Joel, or you know, there's guys around like it's what I would call the undeniables. It's like you're just like, to me, I hear hating like most of the time, and like whenever other people come and they're like, there's the respect, like you have the respect level for all your, you know, drumming peers, and it's like that to me. It's like, bro, we mad respect from us too, because we all like here, bro. Like it doesn't matter like who agrees with who, because I have friends that are like, there's, you know, that's another thing with fucking. It's just people are.
Yeah, everyone.
People want to like start drama, bro.
My whole thing too for the last couple of years is like, just shut up, don't talk, let your plane do the talking. Like that's it. Like I don't talk. I don't even go to social events anymore. I don't do anything. Like my dream has been like,
let your plane do the talking.
Let your reputation and your plane do the talking, and then pull out and just I'm at my house. I'm doing my family stuff. Yeah. I'm out. Like I don't care for.
Well, and you have that. You know what I mean? It's like there's beauty in your life outside of this thing. And this thing is great for you. And I'm sure that was another thing I wanted to ask about, just like how 17-year-old Michael looks at 33-year-old and like, is this where you thought you would be? Because it's like, man, you're really living the dream, at this point.
I don't know. Like I've been told my whole life that I have favor, and like I've always believed that. So I knew whatever the journey was, like I've always been one to just
I have great parking chi.
Yeah. just like my whole thing's just like just trust the journey. You know what I mean?
Bro,
like I've been basically, I could say I've been homeless. Like I've slept in my car. There's some dudes that, you know, a guy actually that gave me a room when I really needed one back in the day, and you know, I still owe him one day when I feel like I'm where I need to be to do that. And there's people that have had my back in really rough times, and you know, I came here knowing nobody, and I had to like make a name for myself, and that was my goal. So came here, and now I'm here, and I'm in a way better place. And you know, it's all because I trusted the journey. Like when I lost everything, when I had nowhere to go, and you know, I believed that, you know, I'm not going to go back to my parents. I'm not going to ask them for anything. I need to just commit, and I need to be here and just accept it. And
belief in yourself, man.
I have a lot of belief in myself. I believe in myself.
Unwavering.
I have a lot of faith, and I believe in myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. And like anytime, it's to the point too where like I don't drive the bus. I don't try to. I don't care to. When changes happen, when things are inconvenient, when whatever, it's just like cool. That's what's happening now. You know what I mean? It's just like that's how I live. Like
You don't swim against the current, you could say.
And this is probably a dumb one, but like I broke my finger. And like,
oh fuck,
this was
bro.
This was years ago, but I'm just
fucked up.
I'm just like I'm that dude that's like cool. That's my life.
Yeah,
like,
now,
I just like
now I got a fucked up pinky.
It's,
Like, this is it now.
and it's dumb because my buddy Ashton's like, why did you just go? I'm just like, well, I have a broken pinky. Like that's my life. Like this happened. Good, done.
Bro.
Like that's how I go. I don't try to drive the bus anymore. But all I know is that like as long as I'm doing the things that I need to be doing for myself, everything else will work out.
Yeah. Well, and you said that like you were like I understand that I could lose it all tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I always remind myself.
Yeah.
This.
But and I think that part of that belief that you have, to me, I see it as like you're just like you know innately like I have the tools. If I lost everything, I have the tools to build it back again.
Oh, 100%.
in myself, and I'm not worried. So like that's taken years to build,
and
now you're there.
You know, I've been in positions where I've like I could say I've lost everything twice, and like no savings, no nothing, just nowhere to go, just like completely like I don't know what and sitting in debt, just like I don't know what to do. Yeah, if I were to be in a position where everything was gone, I'd be okay for a good while. I'm not worried, but it's because I've set myself up and I've let all my decisions compound into, and I just like I grew up also really poor, so like I just don't want to think about any of this stuff anymore. It's just like, dude, like. I started taking on things like, if you got paid like $300 on a gig, I'm like, you didn't make $300. You made $100. You're gonna put this away. You're gonna put this over here. Just start training. So later on, 10 years from now, you're gonna thank yourself. And like,
Well, it's like there's a great scene. Have you seen that movie The Gambler with Mark Wahlberg? Dude, there's a great scene with John Goodman, and he's talking about fuck you, and it's just fuck you. Have you seen that
money.
scene?
Yeah,
it's like fuck you money. What you want? Whatever. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You want to get to that point where. Like and that's what you're talking about is like, hey, if I lost this amazing gig that I've got, which God forbid, hopefully that doesn't. I'm really excited for you on that front actually. But like just whatever it may be, you're bro. You've got everything you need with the tools, bro.
We just got to remind ourselves that. So, yeah, dude, it's been there's a lot of thinking and a lot of things that run through my head, and I'm always thinking about the future. That's the number one thing. Even like with kids and like all that stuff, it's like I started doing research. 3.
Oh, you have 3?
Yeah, I started doing research and all that stuff, and it's like, well, the goal is to like go to bed peacefully. Like I don't want to be stressed. Obviously, kids are expensive and like all that stuff. So, they're investing. They have 529 accounts. They're gonna be set up. They'll go to college. They can roll it into a Roth IRA if they have to. It's just like I don't want to think about this. I just want to go to bed in peace. You know what I mean? So, I've had a lot of mentors that are way older than me that have given me great advice that I've taken in, and yeah.
What would you say is a piece of great advice that you've been given? And let's keep it in the drumming realm. Let's keep it in the drumming realm. In the drumming realm. Just
man.
And it doesn't have to be about necessarily drumming, but in the business.
Yeah.
Of it all,
I mean, just don't burn bridges. That's really because you never know. You never know where anything can lead. Yeah. And if you have a different opinion than someone or whatever that may be, like just leave it there. There's nothing to prove. There's nothing to be right about. It's just like. Someone can say something outrageous and be like, all right, like that's what you know what I mean? Like it's not worth burning a bridge, and you can always find something to like about somebody, so it's like, that's
the 4 agreements, the 4 agreements.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think those are good. Cause like, don't take anything personally.
Yeah.
And like,
exactly.
Yeah.
And some people can be more annoying than others, but that's okay. Just like you have legs, like walk away, like get away from it. If you
unless
have
you're Greg
to.
Abbott.
Yeah. Yeah. But like there's other ways to, it's not worth burning a bridge.
Yeah.
Also just have really good work ethic. Like obviously if you're doing a one-off gig, like, yeah, sure, you can have some charts out. But if this is something that could potentially lead somewhere, you better have everything memorized. You better spend time with that music. You better show up ready to go. No reading charts. Be ready.
This is also, it's like Mamba mentality. Kobe.
Yeah.
The Mamba mentality, just like the sickening work ethic.
Just always, just
everything becomes a challenge.
Everything's always a challenge.
Everything's a mount to summits.
Yeah.
Well, and it's like that's part of the competitive drive that makes us human, I think.
Yeah.
It's like that.
I love to compete.
Yeah.
So it's like I love to.
And you win a lot, bro.
I've won.
Fucking drummer of tomorrow, bro.
I've won some stuff.
Dude.
But Yeah, everything I do is always it's always from a competitive standpoint. Like it just is.
And with that mentality, how does that change in how you view comparison? Because
I just don't compare at all. It's not. I don't have that. Like, I just accept that like everyone's doing their own thing, and the dudes that are killing it now, like, cool. But
it's not a zero-sum game. People treat it like it is, and it's not.
This is what I always keep in mind. I'm like, even the dudes that are killing it right now. All right, we'll see where we're all at in 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always thinking long term. I'm never thinking short term.
In 5 years, you'll be on Love and Hip Hop.
Even like anyone, it's like, cool, you're killing it. That's dope. But you're not eating right. You're not. You know what I mean? Like your gig's gonna open up because something's gonna happen. Like
things
I'm
evolve,
always everything.
change.
Yeah. All the decisions you're making, all the partying you're doing, like something's gonna happen. So then I'll be ready.
Yeah.
Like go do it. You know what I mean? So I'm always thinking that way. That's why there's no room to compare because I'm always thinking like I'll compare in a 20-year span.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, you're thinking.
There's no now
and I
stuff.
would imagine when once you have kids, I don't have any, but like that's probably a big part of it. Like you can't be thinking small anymore at a certain
not
point.
at all. No,
yeah,
Your scope of time frame.
because I can be selfish, bro. I slept till like noon today. You know, like I just like I'm
that's
off.
good.
I'm like, but I'm like I just you know I worked on a deficit the last week, but
Yeah.
you know, but I mean it's just like I don't have the things like so it's like yeah, it changes your mindset. I'm sure with your kids.
Yeah, there's no I just don't think about that
Can't
stuff.
be as selfish anymore.
Even before this gig or even like any of this other stuff, like I just I'm on my thing and it's gonna the things are gonna come my way that are, you know what I mean, that should be mine, you know.
Yeah.
And just to like how everything came together, even with this gig, it's like I'm around some great people. The schedule works really good with my schedule. Nothing feels completely forced.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cool. Like I didn't have to go force anything. It just kind of happened.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that I wasn't looking for anything and it's just
Well,
that's just how this works. You know what I mean? Just
it's
like
a simple rule of life that if you work hard at something, you will progress and things will get better for you.
100%.
Well, it's pounding the rock.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's you know, when nothing seems to help, I look at the stonecutter pounding or hammering away at his rock like perhaps 100 times without a crack showing. Yet at the 101st, it would split in two, and I know it wasn't that blow that did it, but all that had gone before.
Yeah.
It's Jacob Reese.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the same idea. It's like it was all that pounding the rock for years,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, like it was somebody needed a drummer, and
Yeah.
guess the algorithm thought Michael Davila is a fucking good drummer, so they showed you right at the top of the list, and then boom.
What's also crazy is like we had a start date, and then some crazy stuff happened, and their drummer ended up leaving, and they were in Knoxville, Tennessee, without a drummer, and they called me and just like, hey, can you fly out here in like 2 days? And I was just like Suzanne was like, you have to, and I was like, this is the moment. Like this is exactly the moment that I've
It's the
been
door
doing.
opening.
Dude, good
like
for
everything that's
too,
been,
man.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, we
seriously, you can't understate that enough.
Yeah.
Like for her to be that
she-
supporter.
She is the,
Fuck yeah.
the best,
Recognizing the
the
opportunity.
best
Shout out.
supporter.
Fuck yeah.
Ever.
That's awesome.
Like I can't.
You can't
say
operate
it,
without
because,
it.
dude.
You cannot,
I am beyond blessed with everything
Yeah.
that has happened in my life,
bro.
So yeah.
That's beautiful because it's like that's all you could want, dude.
And
That's all you could
it
want.
doesn't mean that it's easy or hard, or I mean, there's always going to be hurdles here and there, but like, dude, I couldn't think of a better partner to do this whole journey with, and especially someone who's just like, you got to do it.
Yeah.
Like this is the thing, and yeah, it's been cool. It's been cool to experience this whole thing, and dude,
Yeah.
I don't really have any words because
Bro.
I'm just like, I there's so many moments where I just like, I'm just kind of there, and I'm just like, what is happening in my life? Like how I can't process it.
Yeah.
because it's there's a lot of good. I'm definitely I'm more tired nowadays because 17-month-old and
But
juggling
those times
schedules
will
and all
go
that
quick
stuff.
too.
But dude, but it's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's that season. It's that season.
It is that
So,
season. yeah, you're in the hustle season. We're in the work season.
And next year we're gonna do less shows. It's gonna,
Sounds like less but bigger.
I cannot wait.
You got the biggest grin on your mouth. I know that's good, man. That's
Yeah,
great.
I cannot wait.
Gotta keep an eye on Davila at the
Yeah.
2026.
Yeah, you're gonna for sure have to.
Well, hopefully you don't get too big to like come back again with us, man.
Oh no, totally
Dude,
not.
no,
Yeah, you've been a great hang.
Thank
Bro,
you, man.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, whenever I'm in town though, I'm like, dude, I'm still gigging. I'm still, you know, all the people,
Saxon.
dude, all the people that have done me right. Dude, I am loyal as hell. Like my church gig, if I can, and everyone in the band knows, if I can fly back and make it before downbeat, I will do that from South Carolina. It doesn't matter where the hell I'm at. If I find a flight and I know I can be there, I will be there.
Yeah.
If I seriously can't, I won't. And the fact that like when all this change happened, and like, you know, my buddy at the corporate wedding band, like I still have a gig when I'm in town. And church gig, they were just like, hey, like whenever we could have you, we'd love. Like the fact that they did that, like I can't thank them enough. You know, because when I'm not doing it, I'm in town, I'm still working.
Well,
and
it's
doing
like
my thing.
it's basically it's like your residency, and then when
Yeah.
you're not there, they're just fill-ins for your residency. It's like it's
Yeah.
always your chair
And-
if you're there to
seat
sit in it.
warm.
and just that alone has been. I can't believe it. I'm just like, wow,
Dude,
You know what I mean?
it's a testament to how, and you know, I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass.
Yeah.
You're fucking. First time I saw you, bro, gallery. I remember,
Oh.
bro. I know.
I don't know when,
I
but-
like this was like 3 years ago, probably,
Okay.
dude. But like, dude, I was like, yeah, like it just is like that. You said as a drummer to drummer, you're like, you see those guys, you're like, fuck, that dude's filthy, bro.
Yeah.
Damn, like, and it's like, and you've only, you know, been ascending in terms of what I've seen from then to now.
Yeah.
Not
feels that
necessarily
way,
playing
too.
wise, but like career
Yeah,
wise.
everything
Yeah.
wise.
Yeah,
For
like
sure.
life wise, like
Life-wise.
family and all that. And it's like, that's amazing for you, man. And I think it's like, I think I'm probably would agree with me, like well deserved from where I'm sitting, bro. Because
Yeah,
I think
thank you.
you've put in that work, bro. And it's
Thank you.
a testament.
Your
Yeah.
attitude is so grateful, dude. Like throughout this entire
Yeah.
conversation, every time you've been, man, I'm grateful for everyone that's
I
helped
mean,
me along
dude,
the way,
I
the situation I am in.
Yes, no, I am.
You don't see
And-
that a lot, man.
Yeah.
I heard you were talking shit about Joel Turcotte.
Anything to stir something. Well, I heard. Yeah, dude. No, all the people that have done me right, like I like I said, I will make any efforts to show up for them too when I can.
Yeah.
Because I appreciate all, you know. And one of my buddies, like the guy that took me in, his name's Greg Williams, and he kind of just like he basically found me on 6th Street and like changed my life by giving me like this corporate wedding whole thing, and I've been with him for a long time. And man, he's played one of the biggest roles in my life of just like he's taught me a lot on first off giving me work, paying me well, teaching me like how to save. He's bought me books to just, you know, whenever I have questions, and he's been one of the biggest mentors like in my Austin experiance.
Shout out.
Could,
Greg
yeah,
Williams.
dude. It could have been. It could have been.
Wasn't he also the offensive coordinator of the Texas Longhorns at one point? I think it's a different Greg
I don't even
Williams.
think he's on. Yeah, he's not even on social media, dude. But yeah, that dude's played one of the biggest roles in my career for sure.
Well, and
So.
you've kept that perspective, man, and that's great, dude, because you can't lose that. And I think I've been around, you know, successful people doing high level stuff. Some people let it maybe go to their head a little bit.
Yeah.
Other people stay grounded. I think you're doing a great job fucking staying
Man,
grounded, bro.
I think what's helping out is that I have a family, and what's helping out is that like when I'm home, well, first off, what's helping out is that I'm reminding myself. You know what I mean? I'm just like, hey, dude, you know.
That's kind of like staying present and
Yeah,
maybe the running
I'm
thing.
doing my best
you know?
to stay as present as I can.
Yeah.
Like as things keep getting bigger from what's been, you know, what I've been experiencing. I'm constantly reminding myself, like, just like, yo, like, I really don't want any of this to get to my head. Just, you know, enjoy it, play your ass off. Like, you're out here to work, you know?
Well,
like,
and
get the
when
reps
you've
in.
worked as hard, it's not like this wasn't just gifted to you.
100%.
You had to go take.
yeah.
You had to go through it. You had to go out there and
It's seeing the fruits of the labor for
Yeah.
real.
No,
Yeah.
totally. This would have been bad if it was given to me
21.
at 21.
Yeah.
100%.
You're that's an amazing thing for you that it wasn't
Yeah.
that it came to you at the universal time of.
I'm
like,
glad
when it was
everything's
supposed to.
happening
Yeah.
the way it is, because it would suck to not be prepared for something and then lose it because of bad addictions or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
and just ruin it for yourself, and then lose something and then constantly try to chase it again.
Yeah.
And I've just, you know, a lot of people that also are doing bigger tours or whatever, like all these years I've just been taking notes. I've been asking them questions. I've been seeing when they went up and they lost it. I've been seeing like, well, what caused it? And I've been taking notes for years. So I'm like
being able to learn from other people.
Yes, that's how you do it. And then so yeah, I'm constantly just like, yeah, I have my notepad. I've taken notes of a lot of people and situations, and I know what to do and what not to do. You know.
Yeah, and learning if you hadn't
at
learned
least I
from
feel
your
that.
no, if you hadn't learned from your mistakes, you'd still be drinking. You'd still be
totally
still be doing the party life. And
and don't get me wrong,
irresponsible
I don't regret any of it. I had so much fun.
Same.
It was
Same.
It was good. It was great.
I'm 3 years. I'm not quite as far as you, but I had a lot of. I put up
so
Hall
much
of Fame
fun.
numbers if I'm honest.
It
dude.
was.
I really did.
It was a lot of fun.
I went hard in the paint, as they say. No,
I still, every now and then get old fashioned and smell it and just be like, I remember that. Like I don't want to feel like I'm ever running away from anything. So like even when someone's like drinking, oh shit, my top, I'm like, fucking blow that shit. You know what I mean? I want to see if I ever get that urge again. You know, I'm in control.
Conquering
fuck
that fear.
yes, dude.
I'm the one in control. Like I'm not gonna. Please don't do that in front of me. Oh, you can't. Like
Yeah.
Like now, don't get me wrong. Like if we're at a family gathering and people are drinking and acting stupid, yeah, it's gonna bug me when there's kids around and there's like, it's like, yo, we don't have to. Like, I'll get mad.
Right.
But when it's not that, like I simply just it doesn't.
It's like
I like knowing that I'm the one.
Yeah.
I also had like a bottle of wine on me at all times just to know it was in the pantry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just to know that the option's there. But
Option's there.
You haven't taken
I'm
it.
not gonna
Come on,
fucking
bitch.
do it.
Come on.
You don't
What you got?
have-
What you got? Smelling it.
Bro.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I know you're busy, man. We're already at over an hour, coming up to hour 15 here, and you got to get out of here. But,
Dude.
we really appreciate it, man.
Dude. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for
so
coming on,
much, man. Yeah.
This was a good conversation.
Because I know we've wanted to get him on for a little while, and you've been busy, but it's like we caught you, and yeah, man, so grateful from our side, gratitude, man. Because respect your time, so much,
you.
man.
Yep. And if you want, if you want to do a future one or something like that, follow up on
we'd
some stuff and
love to have you back.
deep dive on specific subjects.
Yeah,
I want to talk more about running, dude.
dude.
Yeah, we're definitely we're gonna open up the space here a little bit, start doing a little bit longer pods, and we'll bring you back for maybe like a longer episode in the future. Yeah,
Cool.
for sure.
Dude, I'm
For
down.
sure.
I'm down for any of that. So.
Hell yeah. Cool.